into another episode of Getting Well with Terry and Friends. I'm Terry, Nick beside me, Dave down below, and we are ready to break down some Monday football. Sadly, no NHL today. It's such a tease having those first two games of the season and now having like 3 days off. Like, come on, NHL. I get it. They went overseas, blah, blah, blah. But come on now. I just got into hockey mode and now I'm sitting here waiting for more. But tomorrow, there will be hockey. So that is awesome. We will obviously be going over both games tomorrow. Tomorrow's show will be at normal time. So we will miss the first two baseball games. Maybe at the end of today's show, we can kind of, if any of us have any thoughts, we'll go over it. But we'll start the show as we usually do, and that is taking a look at the current show standings here. Baseball, still profitable. Best Bet's killing it. Dog of the Day doing well. Over under, a little bit rough, but still profitable. NFL, it was a good weekend for NFL for the show. Best Bets, which were around even, has now moved up 5 units. In Best Bets for NFL. Dog of the Day a little bit down, minus 3.43, but totals still plus 11 units. But look at me down here. I'll take the shade here. Everybody else killing it.
Slacker.
But and then I did cash my under, but I didn't put it up. I put it on the site and then I did not put it up on the sheet. So maybe I'm just jinxed on my NFL plays in the show. My NFL totals anyway, but college football pretty much the same, a little bit down, 2 units down.
Murder.
Other sports, profitable Best Bets, same with totals. Dogs a little bit down, and hockey, all 3 categories currently in the negative, but that's with 2 games, and that will definitely pick up.
Well, I haven't put a hockey play in yet, so once I start doing that, then the numbers will go up.
Blackhawks.
Yes, Blackhawks on. I'll give that out. Blackhawks first period money line against Colorado on Wednesday. Banner raising. Yep.
Sounds good.
There was a banner raising. There was something for Colorado last year or the year before. Something.
Well, last year the banner raising was in Tampa Bay, and then Pittsburgh came out.
No, not for the Stanley Cup, but there was some kind of thing, and they came out really strong after it. Apparently, so I don't know the exact stuff, but I won't be getting involved in that game. No thanks. But we will look at today's busy slate, and we have one game to talk about here. The Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Los Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. You can find Vegas plus 260 to plus 300. Kansas City minus 333 to minus 400. Sevens, couple 7.5s, 51.5s, couple 52s when it comes to the total in this one. And for me, you all know what I like to look at. The first thing that I look at is teams' previous history against other teams, especially when it's division rivals. Obviously, they play each other twice a year. And division rivals, a lot of good stats there. And Kansas City has had their way with Vegas going back to when they were Oakland. Let me get it up here. So Kansas City has won 8 of the last 9 meetings in Kansas City, and they covered 7.5 in 7 of the 8 wins. So one game they didn't cover 7.5. They've taken care of Vegas when they played them. Vegas has not got blown out this year, though. They've kind of kept the games close, even with their losses. But if you look at the teams that they've faced, they haven't faced a team of the Chiefs' caliber. Yes, they faced the Chargers, but that was week 1, right? So things happen then. But overall, I think this is a bad spot for the Raiders on the road to come here and face this Chiefs team who handled Tampa Bay. Yes, Brady got some late touchdowns there, but Kansas City handled Tampa Bay. And I don't see why they don't come back home here and handle Vegas. It's not like this is a letdown spot, really, because this is a division rival that they will definitely be ready for. So I like Vegas. I like Kansas City -7. I have a bet on that. And I also have a unit on Kansas City money line parlayed with Kelsey to get a touchdown for +116, I think. So I like Kelsey to get a touchdown and the Chiefs to win, and then the Chiefs to win by 7. When it comes to the total, I would lean with the over. Do not pull the trigger on it, obviously with primetime unders and everything. But this game looks like an over to me. But I ended up laying off. If it was 47.5 or 48 or something in the 40s, then I'd be on the over for sure. But after the 50, when it gets past the 50, 51.5, I'm just going to pass the total. Nick, Raiders, Chiefs, Monday Night Football. What do you think here?
Yeah, I think that 49.5 number you threw out there for the total, I think that would be the total if this was on a Sunday afternoon rather than a Monday night. And there's a couple stats that go off of here that I like that I found interesting. 11-3-1, which is primetime unders this year. 21-3 is divisional unders this year. That's the big stat here. The primetime unders are great, but just going forward, looking at that, kind of just blindly bet unders in divisional games and move on, because the teams know each other defensively, offensively, where I could see the beginning of the game being a feeling out process and all that. I am also on Kansas City. One thing that does worry me about Kansas, there's a couple things that do worry about me about Kansas City. I do think they end up winning this game by a pretty significant margin, by double digits. But there are a couple things. The markets are moving actually slightly towards the Raiders, even though all the money is coming in on the Chiefs. And another thing, I think this is a bigger factor. Look who the Chiefs play next week. They play a 4:25 game against the Buffalo Bills. So this, I know it's a divisional spot, but this could potentially be a look ahead for the Chiefs. So that does worry me a little bit when it comes to this game. I'm still on the Chiefs -7, and I'm on the full game under 51.5. I see this as a game where they come out here, they win 31-17 and move on type of deal. So I'm on the Chiefs and the under. I am a little worried about the Chiefs, but I still think they should get the job done.
If this was in Vegas and then they were going to face Buffalo next week, I'd be more worried. But because they're at home, but that's just my opinion. I think them being at home, I don't know if they're going to look ahead to next week. I certainly hope not.
Yeah.
Dave, Raiders, Chiefs. Do you think Vegas will look ahead to next week?
No,
I don't
Chiefs.
believe in look ahead. I think look ahead.
Chiefs. Sorry, yeah, Chiefs.
No. I think there are look aheads in high school and college. I think by the time you're a pro, if you're looking ahead, you're not a pro, because you got to any given Sunday. I mean, if the crappy ass Jaguars can shut out the Colts, then anything can happen. Not that the Colts are any good.
Next week, Colts and Jaguars. I'm ready.
Jaguars.
Colts money line.
Yeah. That's the time. The Jaguars are bad. I watched them.
They're frauds.
2 interceptions. Trevor Lawrence is not good. Anyways, the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to probe the Raiders in all sorts of different ways. The Raiders are a bad team. Congratulations, you beat the Broncos. You beat the Broncos with Russ Wilson, who has a mental problem. Something's going on with him, and the worst coach in the league. Him and Kingsbury are awful. But anyways, the thing about the Chiefs team is they score a lot of points. Obviously, they put up a lot of plays in the air. So do the Raiders, but the Chiefs let Tom Brady get 360 to 380 yards and need to look in 3 touchdowns, and they still beat the Buccaneers by 10 points. The Chiefs are a top 3 team. It's the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Eagles, and everyone else. That's the NFL, and they're going to get smashed. I also like the under, not because I like it. It doesn't make sense. But I tried to buck a primetime under the first game of the season, I think, or the second game that I bet. It didn't work. There are just some trends that have magic voodoo in them, and this is one of them. So I'm all over the Chiefs. I am worried a little bit about a backdoor cover. It's been happening this season with teams that jump. Like I'd be 4-0 in circle picks if it wasn't for the Bucks. The Bucks jump out 21-0, and then in the fourth quarter, they know they can give up 2 scores and not have to really deal with it, and let them march down the field. So I kind of hope this stays closer and Kansas City, barrels through them at the end. But the Raiders might not score double-digit points. I think this is going to be all Chiefs. All Chiefs all night and the under.
Sounds good. Moving on along, BetStamp, use code WILD in the referral code section. Make sure to do your line shopping. Find the best odds for whatever you are betting. And follow me there.
One other thing I forgot.
Go ahead.
The trends. 1-4. The Raiders are 1-4 on the road. 1-5 in the last ATS on the road. They're 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games, and they're 2-5 ATS against the Chiefs. So all the trends are pointing Chiefs too, by the way. Forgot about that.
All right. Cubano really likes the Chiefs to kill the Raiders and the Bills. So
Probe them. Go, Joe.
Kill.
he really likes both. But we will go on along to the best bet segment here. And when it comes to over-under, Nick, Dave, you're both going under 51.5. Dog of the day, none. Crickets. But hey, they won this one game, and none of us like the dog. That's what's going to happen. And then when it comes to best bets, for me, Chiefs -7, -107. Dave, Chiefs -7, right? 107.
Yep.
Nick, you're double dipping on the under, 51.5, -105. And that's it. I know, short show, guys, but hey, it is what it is. Tomorrow, as I said, we'll start the show normal time, 4 p.m. Eastern. So we'll cover the last 2 baseball games of the night and 2 NHL games. Super excited to have hockey back. We'll see if Dave has an interesting cap for one of the games, or maybe both. Hey, maybe he'll go double duty. But Mahomes 4 touchdown game tonight. Cabana says Bills haven't faced a quarterback that has willpower to bring them back if they're down, and Chiefs will win. I hope you are right. I hope you're right, especially about this week. I haven't got to next week yet.
I'll start capping next week tonight.
Yeah, exactly. But that is today's show. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the content, smash the like button. I appreciate all the support. If you haven't followed me at Let's Go Wild Picks on Twitter, follow me. If you haven't followed Nick,
Can I ask something real quick? Can we put a dog of the day for a baseball game that's in the beginning tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do that then.
Let's see.
I'm going to do that real quick.
Nah, I'm not. There's no listed pitcher for the Mariners, and no, I'm not.
Yeah, because the show will be starting after those first 2 games.
Suarez and Fried, no thank you. How are the Braves hitting left-handed pitching? We have time, right? We can look at that.
Yeah. We can just kind of hang around a bit. If anybody in the chat has any questions, feel free to throw them out. I haven't looked when it comes to baseball tomorrow.
That's the best line. Okay.
Phillies and Braves. I have my so I have 2 futures left. Braves plus 600 to win the World Series, and Guardians plus 3,500 to win the World Series. So obviously, I am a Guardians and Braves fan for the remainder of the playoffs. But Fried and Suarez, I'm going to stay off game 1. Phillies Braves. I kind of want to see. I want to see game 1 first before
I did put a dog of the day in there.
Yeah, the Braves are 281. This is lefties the past 3 weeks. 281, 762 OPS, 140 ISO. So they're below average at power, so they're just hitting singles, and their WRC plus is 111. So they're above average against left-handed pitching. Yeah, I'm staying off those games. I probably am having. We'll talk about tomorrow, but I have a player or 2 in the other 2 games.
All right. And nothing in the Mariners because we don't have a pitcher, right?
Ooh, Sam Colmer.
Philadelphia Phillies, first 5 money line for Nick. plus 168 is his dog.
And if you're looking for a little bit of a long shot here, if any teams you pick to go far are already gone, I would not talk you off of the Phillies and the Mariners at long shots to win the World Series.
Phillies and Dodgers?
Mariners.
Oh, Mariners. I was going to say, well, that doesn't make sense.
The two
Yeah.
teams that broke the longest droughts. That's what I want to see.
I'll never that 3-hour hockey show Terry did last season. Yeah, I won't really comment on that. It wasn't 3 hours, but yeah, it was way too long. But don't worry, that won't be happening this season. Sam, Guardians game 1 moneyline series moneyline.
I love the
Hey,
Guardians to win the
Sam
series.
likes it. Shit, I'm on it. He's a guy that you want to be on the side of. So
I got my plus 3,500 for the
Guardians
World
in
Series
4.
for the Guardians.
they're
I
not
don't
going to
know
win
if
the
I'm
World.
going to bet them
I've
in the
plus
series.
2,200. I got it the week. They're not winning the World Series. It'd be nice for them too, but I think they're going to put up a fight.
Well,
Yeah.
I wonder what the series money line price is. Has anybody?
I can get that up in just
I
a
had
second.
20. I got it at 22 to 1.
The Guardians to beat the Yankees plus 180 in the series.
See, that's not as bad as you think it'd be. I mean, that's respectable.
Phillies are plus 165 to beat the Braves. Mariners are plus 195 to beat the Astros. Padres are plus 198 to beat the Dodgers. I think the only dog
if
I
any
wouldn't
dog,
take a
it
shot.
has to be the Guardians.
Yeah, if there's any
I
dog
think
I'm
playing-
not taking a shot with, it's the Padres. Other than that, I like the other 3 dogs.
I
like
think the
Dodgers.
Guardians playing those 2 games and already getting kind of in playoff mode while the Yankees
Yeah.
have been sitting waiting, I think is going to hurt that, especially game 1. So yeah, Sam, I think you're right
And their
on.
pitching looks legit. Cleveland's pitching looks outstanding.
Or was Tampa Bay's bats just that bad?
That's it too. But and Cleveland's bats weren't hot either. But I'll tell you what, that how do you say his name? Hedges. His curveball is ridiculous. It's I hadn't watched him pitch like a game. I just watched highlights of him this season or ever, and I'm super impressed with him.
And they have one of the better closers in baseball.
They do, but he's like a setup guy. He's like one of their potential long guy, elonga, even though they don't have long guys anymore. He's not starting, is he? Because he came in and
Clase? No, he's a closer.
no. Henches.
No,
Henches
he's a
is a relief guy.
Yeah, he's their like semi-long guy.
It's Cal Quantrill. Ooh, yes, give me Quantrill.
Yeah.
I'll
Against
take the
Garrett
Guardians
Cole?
tomorrow.
Well, I was
for
just
sure.
looking at. We can
For
talk about it now.
sure.
We talk about tomorrow.
No. I didn't say that as like I didn't say that as
Cole
like
has not been
MC
pitching
type thing.
as quality as starts as look at their stat line. There's way
Also
more quality starts.
look what the Guardians do when Cal Quantrill starts games. They do nothing but win for that guy.
Yeah,
That's all they do for him.
Sounds good.
I like it.
We will obviously be going over those games tomorrow because they are the 2 later games. And that is today's short little show. But tune in tomorrow. We're going over the 2 hockey games. Hockey is back finally. There is no hockey on Sunday, though. I'm assuming maybe because the NFL is on, they decided to, but it's kind of weird. When I was looking through the schedule, there's no football or no hockey on Sunday. So, but that's fine. Save it for the other days. But everyone, hit the subscribe button. Follow us all of our links and everyone else's links in the description below. Good luck on your bets tonight. Go Kansas City Chiefs and the under. And we will see you again tomorrow for another episode. Getting well with Terry and friends. Have a good one, guys.